Friday afternoon. This is the 24th of January. This is our map discussion. Taking a look at the 300 millibar map, we have this very sharp trough, what we call positively tilted, because it looks like the y equals x graph in your algebra course. It is increasing as you read the map from left to right, and so we call that positively tilted. This does have some implication about the surface weather, but here we go. This is the 300 millibar map. This trough extends down towards the mid levels, also positively tilted. Some very strong winds aloft, which frankly is not that unheard of this time of year, and pretty good northwest flow across the upper plains and into the central plains. It turns a little bit more northerly, but closer to the surface at 850 millibars. This, I guess you could call it a frontal, upper level frontal system across the southern parts or central Canada, extending into the northern plains, and kind of washes out a little bit as you get into the southern plains. But such is life. Northwesterly to westerly winds across the mid-Mississippi River Valley into the mid-south into the mid-Atlantic. At the surface, a pretty much washed out frontal system across the Appalachian Mountains into the deep south, and extending as a warm front into the central and northern plains, with a weakening cold front behind that. These are clouds. This is a satellite image. This high pressure centered over perhaps northern Mexico, southern Texas, is having some influence over whether or not this frontal system draped across the deep south is either activated or not. It's not. That's the long and short of it. Let's look at our model. Yeah, this is the part I was trying to do. The GEFS here has the positively tilted trough across the mid-Mississippi River Valley into the deep south. This is forecast to slide off the eastern seaboard by late tonight or early Saturday morning. Meanwhile, this trough across the Pacific Northwest will drop down, and then by Sunday afternoon be somewhere south of San Francisco. Meanwhile, that's not really depicted on this map, but there's going to be a wave of a frontal wave that will bring some rain and perhaps some mountain snow across the southern Appalachians, but mainly south of Charlotte, over towards Nashville, mainly across Mississippi, Alabama, and points southward, Georgia, South Carolina. But the big question is what happens later next week into next weekend as this upper level low finally gets kicked out of the desert southwest sometime the Thursday, Friday time frame. Look how the members of the GEFS are not in agreement about what happens to this upper level low. There's a bunch of spread of how the models are handling this ejection into the southern plains, and therefore low confidence. After probably Wednesday or Thursday, there's not really a whole lot of confidence in what happens after that. So this is 12Z. This is 7 a.m. February 1st. Each one of these low pressure centers that are plotted here is a different model. And look how widespread these things are. I mean, you let me know, because I don't. The GFS. So this is not GEFS. This is the GFS. We're going to look at precipitation rate and whether if it's frozen or not. So here's our quick shot of snow this afternoon into tonight. Not too much of a problem, but mainly points in the Tennessee, North Carolina border counties and higher elevations are likely to see some wintry precipitation. Our next chance doesn't come until Sunday, the 26th, that evening into early Monday morning, when a quick shot of another round of mountain snow. But mainly it's going to be rain, especially south of Charlotte, over towards Greenville, Spartanburg, north of Atlanta, Huntsville, Alabama, and then extending south and westward across central Mississippi into central Louisiana. This is going to be a quick shot, and by Monday afternoon, pretty much all the precipitation has deteriorated. Not going to be too much of a strong system at this point, but, you know, just a wet drive if you go into work Monday morning. The next, again, we're in this time frame here. This is Wednesday afternoon. This is not confident, this little area of precipitation. The confidence level here is very, very low, but the GFS at least depicts some more precipitation across pretty much the same areas that Monday, that system Monday. It slides across and it weakens. And then high pressure gets back in here. This is Friday the 31st, getting into Saturday. Again, I'm going to show you this, but the confidence in this time frame is not high. This is very, very low confidence. But this particular run in the GFS does have some more precipitation, this time of the icy sorts, mainly confined to the mountains. The resolution here of the GFS is not good enough to resolve the very fine details of the topography across western North Carolina and eastern Tennessee. So this is essentially mainly a mountain event, but then that quickly changes over to rain, and then we don't really have to care about how the model depicts the topography here. It's going to be possibly very heavy rain, but again, the confidence here is very, very low. The models, it just depends on how that upper level low ejects into the southern plains. That's it for this video. It just, you know, there's a lot of uncertainty in the forecast, especially going into next week. There's the potential for warmer storms across the southeastern United States to bring mainly rain across the lower elevations, possibly some snow and sleet and ice across the higher elevations of the southern Appalachian Mountains. But, you know, the Monday system, that's pretty much in agreement. Maybe some slight questions, slight differences in the actual precipitation field and the location of the heaviest precipitations. Some of the models mainly have that confined to the Gulf Coast. But beyond that, you know, I don't know. Who knows? What do you want me to say? But thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Be safe out there.